So in today's video, now, I don't know, I'm gonna do this. Now, I already made this video also, sort of. I'm gonna do my most anticipated games. I'm gonna talk about my most anticipated games that I'm anticipating, that I'm excited about. No, I already did this video, but for some reason it didn't. I don't know why it cut the video in half. When I uploaded it, I looked at it myself and I didn't even talk about any games. I only talked about the two comics that I at the time had. Well, I still do, but I bought them new and I shared them with you guys as I do every video. There's like a new comic coming in. Because I'm collecting these so that I can read them for you guys. So I spoke about Spider-Man Noir, and I also spoke about, I think it was like a Wolverine Deadpool comic with symbiote. I think it was Venom War or something. So I had those comics and I shared them in that video. So I think I'm gonna have that video, the parts where I shared the comics with you. I think I'll put that in the video and edit it somehow. I don't know, in this video. But I don't know why when I spoke about the games, it didn't, when I rendered the video and to put it, when I wanted to put it on YouTube, it didn't have the full video. I don't know why. I don't know if I accidentally deleted the footage whilst I was editing or something happened. I don't know, so we're gonna do it again. So I'll just have the portion of that video where I was talking about those two comics, and I'll put them in between this video at somewhere in this video. We'll see how that works. But yeah. Alright guys, so in this video I do also have beef jerky. Now I never tried beef jerky before. This is the Doritos spicy sweet chili flavor. So this is my first time ever trying a beef jerky. Never tried it before. And that's kind of crazy, but I never tried it before. So let's take a smell. It kind of smells weird. I don't know. It's like a pungent smell. I don't know. So we're just gonna try some of it. And I have Dr. Pepper Blackberry here. Never tried this either. Interesting flavors coming out of these Coca-Cola companies. Let me. Hopefully it's not too loud. Let's take some of it out. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm so sorry. Hopefully it's not too loud. I also have some candy. I have Mike and Ike. Watermelon, I think. So we're just gonna have like a couple pieces. This is like $10 and they don't put a lot of jerky in here. It's not a lot. And it's kind of a rip-off, you know. Man. I already, I think, showed you guys the Anti-Venom comic. The 3 separate issues. Now I do want to get the complete story. I don't want to read the 3 separate issues because it's in its bag and what do you call it, the polymer bag or whatever. Just put it here. So I don't want to like ruin it. I don't want to take it out. I did order the Evil That Men Do, which is a Spider-Man and Black Cat story. I already have that book, but in paperback, or I think it's a hardcover. But I wanted the 3 separate issues, or sorry, the 6 separate issues. So I got it for an okay deal off of eBay. So yeah. Anyway, one of these comics I was looking forward to for a long time, and I've been a huge fan of this particular character. But for whatever reason, I just never bought it until now. And then the other comic is kind of strange. I just like these two characters, so I bought that. hope you guys can see it. So this is Venom War, Wolverine and Deadpool. I just love this cover. It was so cool. Like, it kind of reminds me of like the Spider-Man Web of Shadows video game when the Venom symbiote took over Wolverine, and it was a cool fight. So that kind of reminded me of that, and that's kind of cool. It has like the claws that are symbiote. It has like the Venom goo on it. That's really cool. So it was like Wolverine and Deadpool fighting Venom, so that's like awesome. I love Wolverine and Deadpool, so it's like, holy shoot, I gotta get this. Now this is part of Venom War. No, I'm not sure. I know there's like other comics of this Venom War. I think it's like a whole story. Obviously I don't have the whole thing, I just have this, but yeah, this is really cool. I usually have a pen, but I didn't take out the pen. So I got this one from Barnes & Noble 2-3 days ago. So yeah, Wolverine is just one of those hot characters, you know. So yeah, you have Deadpool here fighting the symbiote army. The vicious Venom War embroils two of Marvel's most violent heroes, and its bloodiest villain. Should I read all of this? Actually, let me get the pen, man. So I got the pen. Okay, it kind of helps me to concentrate. Okay. There could only be one thing more dangerous than Wolverine, and that's Wolverine, bonded to madness, symbiote hungry for flesh, as zombiotes spread across NYC, transforming everyone in their path into uncontrollable killing machines. Logan's only hope to save lives and avoid being infected himself lies in returning to a dark chapter from his past. Meanwhile, the merc with the mouth has bitten off more than he can chew, going up against a horde of reviving zombioids. Is there anyone left willing to offer Deadpool a hand? And as war rages over the Venom symbiote, that gives Carnage the opportunity to bring his own plans to fruition. But for the slaughter to continue, he's going to need a new host. It's pretty cool. Collecting Venom War Wolverine 1-3, Venom War Deadpool 1-3, and Venom War Carnage 1-3. Okay. By Tim Seeley, Tony Flakes, Colin Bunn. Colin Bunn also did Deadpool and Carnage, so this should be good. That one was one of the better Deadpool comics. Yeah. It's pretty cool. So I'm not sure how many, like I said, I'm not sure about the Venom War and how many there are. I'm gonna look into this. And I'm not sure where does Deadpool and Wolverine come into all of this mess. But yeah. Of course it has parental advisory. So yeah. We have this. Really, really cool image here. Okay, let's do the other one. Oh god. Okay. in a video game, which was Shattered Dimensions. If anybody remembers that game, it was made by Beanox, I think in 2009 or 2010, for Xbox 360, PC, and PlayStation 3. I had it for the PlayStation. It was a pretty cool idea. It was like, four Spider-Mans coming together to fight, like, different villains in different dimensions, and he was one of them. And then I think, Dan Slott, who's a comic book writer, got the inspiration from that game, and then he made a whole universe out of it. So this is, the Noir universe. It takes place in the 1930s in the Great Depression. This is why the noir world is black and white. So, he's a really, really cool Spider-Man. I've been wanting to get this comic for a long, long, long time. So I got it on sale. So, yeah. I think there's like more Spider-Man Noir comics, which I'm looking to buy. But yeah. Very cool image here. Spider-Man Noir, of course, uses guns. His missions, in my opinion, were the best. I loved the noir universe. I love anything noir. I remember watching black and white movies with my dad, like Charlie Chaplin and some of those mafia movies. So, I love the noir setting in 1930s and stuff like that. Yeah. Okay. So I'm excited to read this Spider-Man. This is gonna be a cool one, I hope. The characters are very different in this. Like the Green Goblin is kind of like he's like a monster type of character. And you have the Vulture. The Spider-Man is very dark. Very, very dark Spider-Man. This is like, and speaking of Spider-Man Noir, I kind of forgot. Speaking of Spider-Man Noir, there is a show, I think I mentioned this before, but there's a show coming on Amazon Prime, which I don't understand why, because Marvel is owned by Disney, but I don't know, maybe Sony has like something to do with it, I don't know. That's kind of crazy. Spider-Man is still owned by Sony, I think, I'm not sure. I mean, you would think that Disney probably bought them back, but I don't know. Anyway, so there's a Spider-Man Noir movie coming out, a show coming out, and it's gonna be Nicolas Cage, which is, I mean, I kind of like it because Spider-Man Noir's voice is kind of graspy and, you know, graspy type, so I think Nicolas Cage fits the character. Hopefully he does it justice. In this universe, I don't know if this is a spoiler, but the Vulture is, he murdered Uncle Ben and he ate him. So that's kind of, you know, the villains in this universe are very, very dark. I really want to get the other, noir stories, like the Daredevil, Punisher. I think, Luke Cage is one of them. I think these are the only characters that got the treatment for noir, but I think Spider-Man, of course, is the famous one of them. Yeah, anyways. I don't know when that show's coming up. I should probably get Amazon members of the greatest web slinger in the Spider Universe. Yep, he is one of my favorite Spider-Mans. I love his world. I love the dark depression and stuff. In the dark days of the Great Depression, young reporter Peter Parker, so he's a reporter here too. Reporter Peter Parker finds himself forever changed by a spider's bite, and resolves to take on crime and corruption as the urban vigilante called Spider-Man. He's kind of like Batman, kind of almost. And there's no shortage of foes from gangland bosses, the Goblin and Crime Master, to pulp era twists on familiar faces like Craven, Chameleon, Dr. Octopus. Oh my god. I don't know any of these, like what their renditions are. Dr. Octopus and more. But will the seductive Felicia Hardy prove friend or foe? Ooh. I said this before, but for me, honestly, I think it's Batman and Catwoman and Spider-Man and Felicia. I think they go so good together. Plus, Spider-Man Noir enters the Spider-Verse via an encounter with Mysterio. What the heck? This is like the video game. Now, I have been looking forward to buying the Spider-Verse comic books. I think there's gonna be a little bit of that in this. So, yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna read that or not. We're just gonna have to see. Because I do want to get that whole comic one day, perhaps. It's really expensive. It's like $200. With Mysterio, and shares a spectacular team-up with a 6-armed Spidey and a brand new video comic adventure adapted for print. Wow. So I wonder if the Spider-Verse thing is connected to the video game, because in the video game Shattered Dimensions, it was Mysterio as well. He had like some sort of a stone or something, some cosmic stone. I forgot. It was supposed to give you like some powers or whatever. It was some sort of a fragment or something. Anyway, so this collects Spider-Man Noir 1-4, Spider-Man Eyes Without a Face 1-4, Edge of Spider-Verse #1, Spider-Geddon, Spider-Man Noir video comic and material from Spider-Verse Team Up #1. Okay. Pretty cool. So yeah. Alright. So that's that. I'm excited for this one. I love the noir universe. And obviously Spider-Man is one of the more famous noir characters. Let's put them here. Okay. The Amazing Spider-Man. Return of Anti-Venom. So I think this story is after the events of Anti-Venom New Ways to Live, which I really want to buy the paperback. This is a paperback version of that comic, but no, I don't know, I can't find it, and hopefully when I do, I'll buy it. Now, I don't know too much about this character. It's a purple, I don't know if she's a symbiote. She doesn't look to be a symbiote. I'm not sure. She has like the belts or whatever. I think she's Wraith, I think. She's either Wraith or she's either the symbiote that can control computers and mechanics and stuff. I think her name is Scorn. The symbiote name is Scorn. But I think this is Wraith. She's in the Spider-Man video games. I think her name is Yuri Watanabe or something. She's a cop who gets a suit. She's like an anti-hero. So I have my drawing pen here. Alright, so there's Anti-Venom. I love Anti-Venom. He's my favorite. He's maybe my second favorite after maybe Toxin, which that's coming in the mail too at some point. But I love Anti-Venom. He's so cool. I love the white and black, you know, the contrast with the red eyes and the, you know, beautiful, beautiful design for Anti-Venom. Obviously, Anti-Venom happened by an accident because of another villain in the comics. His name is Mr. Negative. He was also a big part of the Spider-Man PS4 because he shook his hand and the symbiote in Eddie Brock, was it Eddie Brock? I think the symbiote that was inside Brock when he touched Mr. Negative, the powers, you know, got into his white blood cells and they absorbed the symbiote, and he became Anti-Venom, and it also cured his cancer. At the time, Eddie Brock had cancer, and when he bonded with Mr. Negative, well, when the powers bonded with him, it created a negative positive ions in his body, and he became Anti-Venom. Anti-Venom is one of the only characters that can cancel Spider-Man's spider sense. Really cool character. He's obviously good. Yeah, anyway, let's read this. So, Dan Slott has really come to be the voice of Spider-Man series. IGN. The Road to Spider Island. Ooh, what the heck? Oh, you have Mr. Negative. I think these are Mr. Negative goons. Look like it. I mean, they have like the Chinese masks. Anyway, I think there might be Mr. Negative and goons. Alright, let's read the bottom. Eddie Brock is back and trying to be a hero. Now he just needs to prove it to Spider-Man. Thing is, he cuts a mean swat as Anti-Venom. That huge, hulking, monstrous persona with the sharp teeth and slaughtering tongue that scares the dickens out of the criminals and civilians alike. So this new hero gig is going to be the tough sell. But as soon as Anti-Venom can convince Spidey they're after the same bad guy, the split personality crime lord Mr. Negative. Okay, that's what they do. Okay, so alright. Lord Mr. Negative. They'll have to figure out whether the second coming of the Wraith. Oh yeah, okay, so she's Wraith. Okay. Wraith is a partner in their war of crime or something more sinister. Plus, the road to Spider Island starts here. That's interesting. This is gonna be a good comic. So Spider Island. I that's a story where Dr. Octopus becomes Spider-Man, or they switch bodies or something, and he becomes Superior Spider-Man. I think that's a part of the story as well. But that's a story for another day. Really cool. That's Wraith. Okay, I thought she was okay, never mind. So that's Wraith. Alright, yeah, so that's the first one. Pretty cool. I really do want the Anti-Venom New Ways to Live comic though. And then my second comic that I bought, Spawn. Of course, drawn by Todd McFarlane. He's a pretty big character. An Image comic. He's the face of Image comic. I never read a Spawn comic before in my life. This is my first time. This is volume 1, of course. Spawn Origins Collections, volume 1. Todd McFarlane, of course, being a big artist in the comic book world. This is his creation. Spawn, to me, is a culmination of many different characters, like Punisher, Spider-Man, Ghost Rider, maybe a little bit of Venom. Which, fun fact, Todd McFarlane co-created Venom, so it makes sense that he would add some powers to Spawn similar to Venom. I of course know the backstory of Spawn. He's Al Simmons. He's a soldier, I think, who's not a very good guy, and when I think his friend kills him or something, and he goes to hell, and he makes a bargain with the devil, and yeah, and he becomes Hellspawn, a servant of the devil. So yeah, and he has this power, I think it's called Nectarplasm or Nectamplasm or something. It's this green stuff here. In his eyes you can see this green as well. And he has like chains and really cool. Kind of even takes inspiration from Batman, I think, yeah, kind of, with the cape. I think I already said Batman though, I don't know. Alright. This was $10. So let's read. I think this is a history of the character. This is the logo of Spawn, kind of like Punisher's logo. In 1992, one of the most unforgettable characters in comic books was unleashed on an unsuspecting public for the first time, and the world would never be the same. Spawn is a hero unlike any other. Well, I don't know if I'll call him a hero, but maybe an anti-hero. A government agent. Oh wow, these are sour. Al Simmons was killed by his own men. You know? Resurrected from the depths of hell, he returns to Earth as the warrior Spawn, guarding the forgotten alleys of New York City. Wow, that's interesting. I never knew he lived in New York too. As he seeks answers about his past, Spawn grapples with the dark forces that that returned him to Earth, battling enemies and discovering unlikely allies. As he learns to harness his extraordinary new powers, he begins to grasp the full extent of what brought him back and what he left behind. The Spawn Origin series was created with the Spawn completist in mind. Each volume includes 6 previously released sold-out issues of Spawn. So it has like 6 issues. Oh, where am I? Sold-out issues of Spawn published in all new design and format. Exclusive bonus content includes cover galleries and behind-the-scenes art. Each volume also includes a classic Spawn cover, reimagined in a vibrant new, digitally painted style. Join Spawn where it all began, featuring the stories and artwork that laid the groundwork for the most successful independent comic book ever published. Spawn Origins Volume 1 includes the introduction not only of Spawn, but a number of other memorable and menacing characters, including Malboja, which I think is one of the kings of hell, and the Violator, who's kind of like a fat clown. I remember watching the animated, I think it was an HBO thing. This was a long time ago, maybe like 10, 12 years ago. I think it's on YouTube. I think on YouTube I saw an animated version, or an animated, there was like a series or something. Very, very adult content. So yeah, it's pretty cool. So we'll read that at some point. Of course. Yeah, Spawn's really cool. He was in the MK11. I think it was MK11. And he was one of my favorite characters. Let's try a beef jerky. I never tried it, so let's see. I don't know if I like it. Maybe it's the flavor that's throwing me off. I don't know if I'm a fan or not. I actually don't know. That's interesting. Wow. Yeah, I don't know. Anyways. So, yeah. Let's talk about the most anticipated games. I don't know how I'm exactly going to edit this. Because I already spoke about, I don't know, we'll figure it out, let's see. What the hell, what's my password? Okay. Let's go here to the notes. Okay. Let me see. Okay. So the first game that I want to talk about, that I'm excited about, is channel so you guys can check it out. I haven't been uploading on that channel for a long time. I started playing the Lego games, but at that time, Mafia the Old Country was coming out, so then I started playing Mafia. And then when that Old Country came out, I played that, and then now I'm playing Mafia 2.
Right.
I haven't uploaded in like months, man. Come on. So yeah, that channel's been inactive for a long time. But I love gaming, and I wanna play games as well. I would love to play the Batman Arkham games on Twitch at some point, do live streaming of that, and I'll of course play it on hard with all like the Riddler trophies and stuff. I love hunting Riddler in those games. Man, I have to do all of that all over again because of course I think I mentioned this before, but my PlayStation account got hacked as well, so I had to make a new one. Sony couldn't do anything to recover it. So all my digital games and my digital trophies and stuff obviously all went away. So I had to get them all over again. Anyway, it's okay. So yeah, I would love to play it on Twitch and do like Riddler trophies and stuff. I think that'd be fun. I also purchased Dispatched, so I think I'll do a little bit of gameplay of Dispatched on this channel as well. Do a little bit, not like the whole game, but I'll maybe do like a little bit of it. I also want to play Vampire. I already played Vampire on my previous account, but I did a bad playthrough of it. I did an evil playthrough. So, yeah, let me know if you guys want me to do gaming videos on this channel. I think that'd be fun, time to time, playing them. But yeah, I think this time I'll do like a good playthrough on my Vampire channel, or of my Vampire gameplay. But we'll see. Maybe I'll do an evil one again because obviously I don't have any of the footage. I wish now I wish I saved all my footage, so I could have, put those on, but I couldn't. I don't. Anyway, I have to do it all over again. Anyways, so yeah, let's talk about, man, I don't know if I like this or not. It's very weird. I don't know, it's for me, man. It has like a very weird texture to it, and it tastes kind of funny too. I don't know if it's the flavor that I purchased. I don't know. I should have just tried the normal one. This is the Dorito one or something. I don't know if I'm ever gonna get that again. This is good though. Anyway, let's drink this. Let's see how this tastes. I never tried This is blackberry Dr. Pepper. Well, this I like. It's a good taste. Man, but that beef jerky, not a fan. It has a very, very weird texture. Yeah, I'm not a fan. Oh wow. It's an acquired taste, I guess. So yeah, anyways. Let's talk about the most anticipated games. There's a fair few of them. The first one is Legacy of the Dark Knight, I think is what it's called. I love the Lego games. My very first experience with Lego was Lego Batman. I remember playing it with my cousin, so I'm excited that there's a new one coming. This is it kind of it's kind of like a culmination or a collection of different movie scenes. Speaking of Batman, I'm really excited that they are not canceling Batman 2. And I think the main villain is gonna be Two-Face, which is, I mean, it's an interesting choice. I do like Two-Face as a villain. They're even talking about rebooting the Arkham games or maybe making a different type of Batman games now. No, I kind of want them to move away from the Arkham games now, make like a different type of, I don't know, maybe give it a different name. Like, I thought of a name for it, like Batman, like Blackout, or what's that place called? It's like not Arkham, it's a different prison, it's a Blackgate prison. Like, call it like Batman, a Blackgate breakout or something like that. I don't know, I kind of want them to move away from the Arkham now. I think that, you know, the Arkham games are kind of just finished. Let's just finish that off and move on to something else. I was really upset when they cancelled, what's the name? Wonder Woman. I think the Monolith Studios doesn't exist anymore, which is like, what the hell? I mean, the studio makes like the bad decisions, but then you have like people that have to suffer for it. I think, in my opinion, superhero games should never be live service. It's just stupid. First, Marvel did it. I think Marvel did it first with Avengers, and then you have DC that did. I mean, it's like, bro, these games are single player. Like, superhero games should never be, you know, Fortnite. I don't know. It was obviously, you know, both of them sold terribly. They lost a bunch of money. I think Warner Brothers lost like 200 million or something. That's a lot of money. That's crazy. And then they shut a whole studio down. Monolith, man, come on. I was excited for the Wonder Woman game, and now it's cancelled. Anyways, but there is talks that there's gonna be a new Batman game. Kinda wanna reboot. I kinda just wanna move away from the Arkham now. I just want a brand new story and move on from there. Kinda want, as villains, I would like Prometheus. Maybe they can do something with the Court of Owls or something. I don't know, get like new villains. Maybe go into Blackgate now, away from Arkham. Speaking of Arkham, I do really want to get that Batman comic. It's called Batman Arkham Asylum something. I forgot what the name is. The art style is very interesting. It's like it's a very strange art style. Yeah, but hopefully I can get that at some point. It looks like a very interesting comic. I think it first came out in the 1980s or something, and they re-released it a few times. I think there's a deluxe edition, and there's like a complete edition. I don't know. There's like a bunch of editions. But yeah, it looks interesting, so I wanna hopefully get that at some point. I'm really glad that people are enjoying my Spider-Man Blue read-through. Please, guys, do share my videos if you enjoy any of the videos. Share them so other people can find out as well. Hopefully this channel can grow into something big one day. We'll see. And hopefully YouTube doesn't interfere, man. said, my very first Lego game was the Lego Batman, and it was so good. It wasn't a huge game, but it was very cool. You could play as Batman and Robin, and then you could also play as the villains. It was such a great game. And then you had the second one, Lego Batman 2. I think that was the name. Lego Batman 2, where you had the entire Gotham City. You could drive vehicles. I think Lego Batman 2 was the very first one where they actually did dialogues. It was not like grunts and, like usually back in the day Lego games were mostly grunts and stuff like that. But I think Lego Batman 2 was the first one that had voice acting. I kind of remember Lex Luthor and Joker, and there was like this gallery or party or something. It was a really good game. And then Lego Batman 3 was sort of disappointing. I don't know, I didn't play that one, but I heard it wasn't good. It was like on different planets. Excuse me if there's like noises coming out from the outside. My family just woke up for whatever reason. It's like 5 in the morning. Anyway. So this Lego Batman game looks amazing. It's like different movie scenes and different movies like culminating together. I think you can play as 5 different characters. I think there's Batman, obviously, Nightwing, maybe Robin, Catwoman, Jim Gordon is gonna be interesting. And Talia al Ghul, for whatever reason. I don't know what the heck is she gonna do, but I kind of, obviously with the Lego games you play as a whole bunch of characters, but this is gonna be a smaller roster. I wonder and I hope that you can play as the villains and other characters in the open world. But I guess we'll see. I'm really, really excited for this game. This game is not coming out for a while though, which is I think a good thing, because I have such a big catalog of games. So yeah, that's the first one. Lego games, I've always liked Lego games. They're kind of interesting, kind of fun to just fool around in. You don't really take them seriously. I'm glad that there's another Batman game coming out. It kind of reminds me of the Arkham games as well, with like the gliding and the environments and the rain and the buildings, kind of, and the way he fights. It's like a Lego Arkham type of game, which is so cool, and it looks awesome. So can't wait to play it when it comes out. Obviously, when it comes out, I think I'm not gonna play it when it comes out, because hopefully, we'll see. Hopefully at that time, I've played enough games so we can move on to that one. But we'll see. Obviously with YouTube, it's kind of different because you have to finish the game that you're playing first. But yeah, anyway, so that's the first one. A second one is Wolverine. I love Wolverine. The only Wolverine game that I've played that I remember is the 2009. I think it was Wolverine Origins or something. It was a terrible film, but a really good video game. I just remember like the robots, and the first mission was like in Africa somewhere in the jungles. I really remember I love the fight, the bar fight that Sabretooth and Wolverine have in the beginning. Now, this is gonna be kind of funny. I don't know too much about X-Men comics. I don't know if Sabretooth is really his brother, or maybe that was just a change that they made in the movie. I don't know. Let me know. I'm not too sure about that. But in the movie, he was his brother. if you guys don't know, you probably know, Wolverine was leaked onto YouTube. That was a disaster. And obviously I checked out some of it. I mean, I couldn't ignore it, it was in my face. So I was like, okay, let's just check something out. So I think I saw Sabretooth in like a forest or something. I would really like Hulk. I think Hulk will be a cool villain to fight. Obviously, there's a very famous comic drawn by Todd McFarlane where like Wolverine has his claws popped out, and through the claws you can see the Hulk, some of his face in the through his from the reflection of his claws, which is one of the best covers, I think. So I really hope that Hulk is in the game as well. That would be kind of cool, fighting Hulk. Oh my god, can you imagine? Anyway, so I'm excited for Wolverine. Not too much is revealed, well, from the company anyways. I don't think we have a release date. I think they're saying that it's coming out 2026. But you never know with these video games. I mean, GTA just got delayed again. Oh my god. Anyway, this game is never coming out, man. Anyway, so yeah, the Marvel Wolverine looks really good. I think they showed Madripoor. I'm not too familiar with the X-Men world, but I know Madripoor is like a village, a place in the Marvel world. So there was Madripoor. I forgot. I hope that we can see like the X-Men characters. Like, I think there was Mystique. I think she's revealed. I think she was revealed in the trailer. I'm not sure if she was a leaked character that they just leaked, or what, that Insomniac actually showed her. I think she's in a trailer somewhere. I would really love to see some X-Men characters interact with Wolverine. Obviously, I think that they said that this game is gonna be before the events of him joining the X-Men, so we'll see. But yeah, that's another one that I'm excited for. Another one is the Dawn Walker. Dawn Walker, I'm excited for this one. So you're playing as like a vampire kind of a character. Then you're like, in the daytimes, you're like a normal person, and at night you become a vampire. It's made by the creators that made, or it's a CD Projekt X developers, Witcher 3 developers. They made their own company. I think it's called Rebel Wolves or something, and they made their own game, and it looks really, really cool. I forgot the name of the character. Colin, I think his name is Colin or something, and the trailer was really, really cool. There was these vampires, and I think they took over like a village or a city, and people worship them or something. It's so cool. Obviously, I mean, it looks really, really, really good. It obviously kind of reminds me of The Witcher, which makes sense because it's CDPR, ex-developers, ex-employees, I guess, or Witcher developers that are working on the game. So, yeah, it really, really good. Not much to talk about though with this game. They showed a little bit of gameplay, but not too much. I don't even think there's like a release date for this, and I think they might even delay it. I don't know, I just have like a feeling. But it looks really, really good. Yeah, and really not much to talk about this game. Other than the fact that I'm excited. The only thing that kind of bothers me about this game is that it's like a timed thing. I don't know what that means. I guess we're just gonna have to find out. It's like, I think you have like 14 days, or you have like 20 days to kill Branson, like the leader of the vampires, so that you don't turn into a complete vampire. I don't know, it kind of looks interesting, but that time thing really, uh, I'm not excited about the time trial thing. I don't like games that pressure me to time. I kind of want to take my time and see what's out there and what not. Well, I guess we're just gonna have to see. I think they said that there's like certain missions that advance time forward, so we'll see. But it looks really, really good. Looks interesting, and I love The Witcher, so I have really big hopes for this one. Another one is Marvel 1943, Rise of Hydra. Again, we don't know anything about this game. This game was, they showed the, excuse me, they showed gameplay. They showed gameplay of this game. Oh, not gameplay, sorry. They showed trailer for this game a year ago. And after that, we have no news. It's obviously being built in Unreal Engine 5, like most games. And, what's her name? Amy Hennings or something. Amy Hennings, who wrote, the Uncharted series, which is one of my other really favorite PlayStation exclusive games. So it should be interesting. It's a new company. I think it's called Skydance Media or something. I don't think it's an exclusive, but I mean, I could be wrong. Well, we'll just see. I think it's not an exclusive. They said that this is not gonna be an open world game. It's a story focused game, which is fine. If it's anything like Uncharted, hey, I don't mind. You know, I enjoy story based games. I think open world games are now too much. There are like too many of them, so it's kind of good to have these type of games as well. You play as Black Panther and Captain America in this, but it's not the Black Panther that we know. It's not T'Challa, it's T'Chaka, I think his grandfather. I think it might be his grandfather. I think it's World War II. So that's interesting that Captain America and Black Panther have a history in the comics. I have no idea. Never read a Black Panther comic, so I'm not sure. But apparently, I mean, according to this game, there's a history there, so that's interesting. So yeah, I mean, there's not much to talk about. They don't really reveal much about the game. So I guess we're just gonna have to see and hear what they have to say about it. Hopefully there's a gameplay in the next Summerfest, we'll see. Hopefully. Another one, oh my god. Another game is Godslayer. Godslayer is interesting. There's not much to talk about. Again, they showed a game. They showed gameplay for this. It looks interesting. It's like Avatar almost. I think where you control fire or elements at least. Different elements. I think you could even I think he had like some telekinetic powers where he could move people around and hit them wall to wall. Yeah, there was a gameplay where he was fighting like this robot, and I think it's a Chinese developer. It's at least the game is in China at least. I forget what era. But yeah, it looks very, very cool. It looks really, really cool. If it was out for pre-order, I would probably do it. You know, it's one of those games. And I'm not sure if I ever heard of the company before, so I think it's a new developer. Well, you know, and it looks great. It's like a Avatar type thing. So we're just gonna have to see what happens with it. It looks very, very interesting. It's like in a Chinese village, and the graphics look really, really cool. Like when he was running on the rooftop, you could hear the plates or the rooftop, and when he was like picking up, I think he has like earth powers, and maybe he has like all the elemental powers like water, air, earth, fire, because he could pick up the ground and smash it into the people. It was so cool, man. I'm excited for the new games that are coming out. They're just so good. So yeah, it looks really, really good, and yeah, I'm excited to play it again. For me, it kind of just reminded me of Avatar Airbender. So yeah, another one is Witcher 4, of course. Man, it looks really, really, really cool. Now it's CDPR. Again, the botch release of Cyberpunk. I mean, I know it's a better game now, but damn. Yo, man, I mean, I really want this studio to do good. CDPR is one of my favorites, other than Rockstar and whatever, but they're one of my favorites. They're honest with their, but they really, really lost graces with the people, man. They lied to us. I think they couldn't, you weren't allowed to show your original gameplay. What the hell, man? That was crazy. But they're making Witcher 4. And yeah, and now you play as Ciri in, I think, Kovir, which is a new area, which we haven't seen before. I really hope that Geralt is in it though, but I think Ciri's the main protagonist, and I mean it makes sense. It would make sense that you play as Ciri, and I think she's a Witcher. So now it's confirmed that the Witcher ending for Ciri is the canon ending, which is cool. I really, really hope that you get to meet Geralt and Yennefer and, see what they're up to. But yeah, it's a really, really, I mean, there's new locations and the game looks amazing. And they're working on this game in Unreal Engine 5, which I think is a better choice than Red Engine. I think their engine just isn't really that good. Apparently, I mean, I don't think it's so they're working on a different engine now, which is Unreal Engine 5. I really have high hopes for this one. I hope they don't mess it up. It was a very big disappointment. Yeah, not much else to say other than, I really wish CDPR does well and just delivers great games, because they're a really good company. But, they did something. Obviously, at the back you have like the investors, and you have like the higher ups. They're usually to blame, I mean, it's a business at the end of the day. It's all about money, and they wanted to release it on holiday season so that it could make max profit. But, it's kind of sad seeing that CDPR did this, move. It was a very scummy move on their part. And then they had to later fix it. I mean, there's no point, bro. I mean, yeah, you're gonna max out your money and whatever, but you're gonna get max profits. But at the end of the day, bro, if your game isn't fixed and if it's not working, you're gonna get backlash and people return the game in thousands. There's no point. So anyway, but yeah, I'm excited for Witcher 4. There's no news. My bet is that maybe it's gonna come out in 2030. We'll see. It's probably a long time, long ways to go. But yeah, Another one is AC. What's the name? AC Hexe or Hex. Hexe in, I think, Germany means witch. So this is gonna take place in, apparently, it's gonna take place in the witch trials in that era. I think that was like the 1800s or something. In Germany and in other parts, maybe in, in Europe, there were like witch trials, like the Salem witch trials. I think it was in America as well. There were like these witch trials, and yeah, what they did to those young women, of course. So I think it's gonna take place in that time period, which is a very dark time period. And I think they said that she's gonna have some powers. I think they said that her name is Elsa, and she's gonna have like a crow, or she's gonna have like a cat or something that she can control. Which, I mean, in my opinion, I've not been a fan of what Ubisoft has done with the Assassin's Creed franchise. I enjoyed the previous Assassin's Creed games, like the Assassin's Creed 2, Brotherhood, The newer ones, really, I'm not a huge fan of, because they're too big, and they tried to copy Witcher, but I don't know, Assassin's Creed, I think it's its own thing, but they're saying that this is going to be more streamlined, more focused on the story, which I hope is which I hope is true. I don't really mind the superpowers. I think it's a cool thing to have. I know that there's people that say that Assassin's Creed is a real, make it in reality and whatnot, but I mean, if you really think about it, Assassin's Creed has never been a reality because they always had like the Apple of Eden and the Templars and the blah blah blah. So I don't mind if she has like powers or whatnot, but I kind of want it to be like Assassin's Creed Mirage, which I played a little bit of, and it was fun. It was sort of it was like it went back to its roots, sort of, made it smaller in scale, and this story was, it had a better story for it as well. So I like Assassin's Creed when it's more story based, more focused on the story and the characters rather than the free flow and the free roaming and whatnot. So I heard that this is more akin to the older Assassin's Creed games, which is pretty cool. I'm excited. I hope that they do it justice, man. Ubisoft really needs a banger. They've not been doing good lately. Anyways, another one is Crimson Desert. This looks like a really, really good game. I hope that it's good. They're saying that the combat's a little bit difficult to understand, but I don't know, I guess we'll find out when we play it. It's almost out. I think it's coming out next month or something. It's like a child made this game. It's like, a teenager who just wanted a game with the guy that has all the powers. It has like fantasy. It kind of reminds me of The Witcher. It kind of reminds me of Dragon's Dogma. Reminds me of a bunch of games. The flying and all that. And the game looks amazing. I hope it lives up to the hype that it is. It's like medieval fantasy and RPG, and it's a bunch of things. You have like superpowers and whatnot. The game, the environments look amazing. The vegetation, the greenery, the mountains. It kind of even reminds me of what's the show called? Game of Thrones. Kind of has that, obviously, with The Witcher as well. Kind of reminded me of Game of Thrones. I love medieval fantasy with dragons and stuff, and this is gonna have dragons, and I think you can even ride them. bits, like with him talking to like these goblin priests or something. It was so cool. The combat, I don't know, I've heard the combat's not that good, but I don't know, we'll see. Obviously the game still, needs polish, but I don't know, man. I hope that they fix the combat. I don't know, I didn't see anything wrong with the combat, but they're saying that it's not that good. I don't know, and obviously I haven't played the game, but the people that tried the game say it. I don't know. I hope that they fix it if that is true. But other than that, it looks really, really good with like the boss battles and the environments and the gliding and the dragon riding. It's like fantasy and everything. This company just went all out like a kid they just made a game that they would play. I don't know. And I love studios that do that. It shows that they're passionate about it, and usually those games turn out to be good. Hopefully this is good. Obviously studios should make games that they want to make, not just for profit. The profit's gonna come if the game is good. Don't worry about that. But usually companies just want to make a game, make a quick dollar, and just move on. But there are companies, again, and this company, I think, made a different game as well. I think it was called Black Desert, which I didn't play. I don't play MMO games. I'm glad this is a single player, but they made that, and I heard that was a pretty good game too. So yeah, I have big hopes for this one as well. It looks really, really good. Yeah, alright. Another one is GTA 6. I mean, come on. This game is a meme at this point. I think they say that Rockstar spent $2 billion making this game, which is more expensive than the Burj Khalifa, which is crazy. But I mean, come on, man. They delayed it again. This game has been delayed so many times. I hate when companies do this, man. It's like you show something and then anyway. There's like no gameplay for this game, not that I know of. And they delayed it again. This game is never coming out. We're gonna grow old. We'll have grandchildren, and then they're gonna release it. Yeah, we're just gonna have to see what happens. So yeah. Another one is 007 First Light. I enjoy games like this. I played what's the name? Hitman. I think it was Hitman something. I do enjoy games like this every once in a while, like these agent assassin type games. I know they're not for everybody, it's an acquired taste, but I kinda like games that are slow, methodical. I don't know though, it kinda looks like a PS3 game, I'll be honest. I need to see more reviews about this game before I purchase it, because obviously it's not even out yet, but it kind of looks like a PS3 game to me. And again, I mean, I know that graphics are not everything, but still, it's a game that you're gonna walk in, it's a game that's slow, so graphics I think do matter when that's the type of game that you're going for. But you never know. I mean, the game is still some time away. I think it's coming out in March. So, we still got time. But yeah, other than that, I don't know too much. I saw like a gameplay where they had like a green Jaguar, which, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, that car looked sweet. But other than that, I mean, yeah, graphics wise, I don't know, I think it can be a little better. So, I mean, you never know, hopefully they'll fix it. But yeah, no, I don't know too much Other than that, I don't really look into it too much, but I mean, I'll give it a try. If it comes out and has good reviews, I'll check it out. It does kind of remind me of Mafia, and so I mean, I enjoy those games. Those games are cool. Once in a while, you play them. They have no replay value, but still, it's like a one and done type thing. So this kind of reminds me of that. Another one that I'm really excited about is Mouse PI for Hire. This one looks amazing. It looks interesting. It's like if you ever watched the 1930 Mickey Mouse, like the Willy boat, or whatever it's called, Willy boat. It's kind of like that. It's like a rubber hose animation, which is early Disney animations. Black and white. I love noir type anything. I love black and white. You know, I used to watch black and white mafia movies with my dad back in the days. Man, really, I love it's such an interesting. It's like a first-person shooter, Mickey Mouse type thing. It's like Disney, but Mickey Mouse first-person shooter. And you're like this agent. It looks so interesting, and I'm excited. I think it's an indie developer, so it's gonna be digital probably, which sucks, man. I would love a physical version of this game. I would buy it. Oh man, but I think they're gonna do it digital because I mean it's an indie developer. I was kind of upset when they didn't release Dispatched on physical, so I just ended up buying it digitally. I don't know, but it looks amazing. It's like a black and white 2D 3D kind of animation with like you know, Mickey Mouse style animation and art style. It's like 1930s, which is so cool. I love the 1930s early Disney animations. So the fact that they're making something like this is really good. And it's a first person shooter, which is another really interesting thing. You don't really imagine that kind of art style. If you played Cuphead, it's kind of like that, like the early 1930s. So for that reason, I'm really interested in this. It looks amazing, the art style. The characters look interesting. I think the main character is voiced by Troy Baker, I think. He did Joker. I don't know what else he was in. I know he's a very famous voice actor. I think he did Joker in Batman Arkham Origins, which I'm still upset that they did not remaster Batman Arkham Origins, man. I would pay money for that remaster. That was such a good game. But it is on Disney Plus, so, oh, not Disney Plus, sorry, PlayStation Plus. So maybe at some point I can get PlayStation Plus and play it for you guys down the line. We'll see. I would really love to play a bunch of these PlayStation 3 games like Darkness, Tron Evolution. You know, I never played the Darkness games. I heard they were really good. So I want to play those, Tron Evolution as well. We'll see. And then Resident Evil 9 Requiem. Now, I'm not a huge horror fan. I don't like scary games, but every once in a while I do enjoy them. Now I'm starting to enjoy them. I already showed you guys that I have Resident Evil 2 and 4. In the horror genre, Resident Evil is my favorite. I remember Resident Evil 4 with my cousin. I used to play it on his GameCube, and I would go and visit him, and I would watch him play. So, Resident Evil games, I never really played them myself, but, well, not like not fully, maybe a little bit of snippets, but not like the entire thing. So maybe we should start doing that. I wanted to do it on Halloween, but I got busy. But this game, it looks really, it's there's like a new character. I mean, obviously it looks good, but it has like a new character. I think her name is Claire or something. Or is that a different character? I'm not too familiar with like the Resident Evil. Like the only one that I know is Leon Kennedy, which I think he's in this game as an older guy now. But I think he is in this game. I think he is. I have no idea what this game is about. What this particular game is about. The ninth one is gonna be about. Kinda looks like vampires to me, but we'll see. The guy sitting on the chair, you know, he kinda reminds me, he kinda looks like a vampire. But, I mean, I could be wrong, we'll see. It's usually about zombies, right? It's like, Resident Evil is usually zombies. I think there were a few vampire characters in Resident Evil. I think that big, whatever her name was, that I think it was Resident Evil 8 Village. I think she was a vampire. What was her name? That chick. Which she had like, I think 3 daughters. I think she was a vampire. I could be wrong. So, yeah. Another one so that's Resident Evil. I have nothing really to say about Resident Evil because I'm not too familiar with the story. I know a little bit about the characters, like obviously Leon, and then you have Ada, I think his girlfriend, or something like that, and then you have Chris Redfield, and then you have his sister. I think her name is Claire as well. I could be wrong. I think she's in the second game. So, I know a little bit. Ethan Winters is, I think, the character in the 8th one. I think the 7th as well. I didn't even play any of these. I just know a little bit, obviously, from YouTube. But I'm excited for this one. I did pre-order it. So, I mean, I'm not gonna play it for a long time, but I did, you know, I pre-ordered it just so that I could have it in my collection. But yeah, that's it for Resident Evil. Not much really to talk about, but you know, I would love to play it for you guys at some point. I'm kind of getting into scarier things now. I'm not too much into horror, but every once in a while I do like a little bit of fright. These are probably best games to play on Halloween, so we'll see if you guys want me to play them on Halloween. We can do it. Another game, just one more. I'm gonna talk about Fable. I'm not sure if Fable is coming on PS5 because I know that it's an Xbox owned or Microsoft owned, but Microsoft has lately been allowing PlayStation to have their games on the PlayStation platform, which is nice of them to do, I guess. But I really hope that Blade's another one. Blade, I hope that we can play Blade on PlayStation. We'll just have to see. Blade is made by Arcane Studios that made Deathloop and Dishonored. been a few games. I think Halo's coming. There's been a few. I think Gears of War. I think it was what was that game called? Indiana Jones, I think, came on the PlayStation as well. So really hoping that Blade comes on PlayStation. I love Blade as a character, and so I'm excited that Marvel's branching out to different characters now, and other than Spider-Man, and making games about them. They're doing better than DC, obviously, in this department. I would really love DC to start making some different characters. I mean, what the hell, man? Wonder Woman was a game that they were making, but because of the shitty sales of Suicide Squad, they had to cancel a whole company. I guess a studio. So yeah, that's that for heroes. I mean, DC really isn't doing much with their characters, apart from Batman. Because, I mean, Batman's an easy sell for them, you know. And he's established in the video game world, but I want others to be involved as well. But yeah, I mean, another game is Fable. Now, I do remember playing Fable a long time ago. I think they're remaking the first one. Hopefully it's on PS5. There were news that it's coming on PS5, but somebody said that's fake news. I don't know. I really hope that it is coming. That's one of Xbox's titles that I do really enjoy. Fable. Obviously that's another fantastic world. You know, has a bunch of characters in it. It's like a fantastical world with magic and stuff. So I would really love to play it and experience it on the PlayStation. But you know, let's see. Hopefully they do. I mean, again, that game is also, there's not much talks going on about it. Nobody really, you know, no gameplay, anything like that. But it's been in development for a while now. So I really hope that that game is coming out this year too, and hopefully it's coming on PlayStation. But yeah, not much else to say. You know, I'm glad that Xbox is doing this. I know that PlayStation's like, nah son, but Xbox is kind of expanding their horizons now and allowing others. But Nintendo and PlayStation are two of the greediest people. They're like, nope. Not us. You gotta buy our console, which is, I guess, it's a business thing. I mean, I guess we're Microsoft. It makes sense because they sell like computers and stuff too, so they already got the money. But yeah, the others, Sony and Nintendo, are kind of like, you know, they have to stay in their lane because, again, they don't make, I mean, I guess Sony makes money from other things, but they're like, nope, you can't have ours. Which is so, I guess you guys can, I mean, for the people that have PC, they can play PlayStation games. I kind of forgot about that. But yeah, I really hope that we get Fable and Blade. I'm really excited for what the future has in store for the gaming world. And yeah, you know, I hope you guys are gamers as well if you are, you know. And yeah, alright. That was my most anticipated games. If you have your games that you guys want me to know about, maybe I didn't mention a game that you guys are excited for, let me know in the comments. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. I'm not a fan of this, man. This is not good. Oh no. Yep, it's not good. Anyways, take care, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hopefully with Spider-Man Blue. More of Spider-Man Blue is coming up. So, and I'm really enjoying that story too. It's kind of a sadder Spider-Man story. Obviously, I mean, everybody knows it's a very famous story, but reading it for the first first time, gives you a little bit more of an insight. So, alright guys, take care. And yeah, I hope you guys have a really good day, good night, wherever you are. Alright, see you guys later.